Hello, Dan Herrick here with Lively Legz, and today we're going to be trying Lively Legz' #1 selling nymph, the Double Trouble Golden Stone. It's a fantastic little nymph, folks. So without further ado, I'm excited about tying this for you. It's a great little nymph, and you can buy the fly at Lively Legz, or you can get the materials to tie it, which we'll go over materials list right now. Our hook is a 720 lip splitter in a size 12. For our antenna and our tails, we're using Grizzly Micro Legs in a root beer color. For our wing case, we're going to be using Pheno Skin in a black. For our thorax and our abdomen, we're going to be using Hairline Hairs Your Plus dubbing in a gold. We're going to be using a Down and Dirty 3.0 gold hook, gold bead, I apologize. Lively Legz, we're going to be using a size small and a color yellow. We're going to be using a 6/0 unithread. For our weight, we're going to be using a .015 lead wire. Our soft wire in a black for our ribbing in a size small. We're going to be using Hairline dubbing wax. And for our head cement, we're going to be using Hard as Hall. Great head cement right here, folks. So without further ado, let's get started here. One more look at the Double Trouble. So what we'll do here, we'll invert our hook like so. Take our bead. You got a small hole, you got the big hole. And right here, folks, I have some bead tweezers that I like to use from Dr. Slick. Make it pretty easy to put your bead on or grab a hold of them, and you want to put that small hole in so it doesn't go over the eye. Okay, so with this we're going to get started here, and we want to tie in a couple wraps of thread. What we're going to do, we're going to mount our antenna. Okay, so what we're going to do here, make a loop like so, like this. We're going to lay it on our hook, tie it in, one loose wrap and pull it, couple wraps, and what we're going to do, we're going to manipulate it around to get it on each side of your eye. Like so. Alright, so we'll make a couple extra secure wraps. Trim off your excess. Alright, what we'll do here, we'll whip finish just to make sure it's secure. Just a couple, just to hold in place. It won't let go. I've done it many times. And now we're going to take our bead, shove it over our eye, like so. Next, we're going to take our lead wire, make about 8 wraps. Pull it. Pull it, take our thread, push it behind on the back side to make a little knob that keeps your weight from moving. What you want to do is you want to wrap all those lead wraps to keep your material from falling in. Alright, so now we'll go back to the back. And we'll tie in our tail. Make sure you get it on the side like so. A couple good wraps. Pull it. There we go. Trim off your excess. Let's tie in our ribbing. Now we'll take our dubbing here, get a nice little chunk. We'll take our dubbing wax, rub it between your index finger and your thumb, and let's make a little bit of an abdomen. You don't want to get too crazy with your dubbing here. What we'll do, we'll push it up and we'll get started here. That should be pretty good right there. Let's do a rib. There we go. I like to take a cheap pair of scissors and cut my wire. I don't like helicoptering. Couple wraps here. Okay, next we're going to take our live legs and we'll go through the parts of it. Okay, you have the front tab, the front set, second set, third set, and the back tab. Okay, now a lot of people say, when I fold my wing case over, I have trouble with my legs folding down. Well, I'm going to show you a little trick. Make your wing case the same width as your stem on your Lively Legz, or just a tiny little bit wider, and you won't have that problem. Okay, now on the pheno skin you have a white backing and then you have the pheno skin itself, and you peel that off, and what you have is a piece that looks like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie that in. Let's see here, maybe back a little bit more. That's good right there. Okay, now we're going to make a little thorax. And when I mean little, you just want a tiny little bit. What we're doing is we're giving a little base for our Lively Legz to sit on. It just makes it easier to set your legs. Because they like, Lively Legz like to spin on a bare hook, just so you know. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take our Lively Legz, take that front tab, put it directly behind the bead, and tie it in. Make sure not to catch your legs. Pull it tight. Go to your second set. Go to your right behind the second set. Make a couple nice little wraps, pull it tight, and go right to the middle. So what you should have is something that looks like so. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that back set of legs, our third set, trim them off. Take our front tab, snip that off. So what you should have is something that looks like this. Alright, now we'll go back behind that second set of legs. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a nice little thorax. Take your dubbing wax, rub it between your index finger and your thumb, and let's start dubbing here. Advance it up. Go behind your second set there. 2 wraps, go in the middle. Now what I do here, I'll usually turn it around and look and see what we got. We got a nice looking thorax there, so we know we can advance it to the front. We need just a little more dubbing. Okay, so what you should have is something that looks like this. Yep, that's very good. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to take and pull our wing case over, Put some tension on it, but not a lot of tension. You don't want to rip it. Make 2 or 3 wraps behind the bead. Take it back, 1 in the front. Take your scissors, snip. Pull your front legs back. Let's clean it up a little bit, like so. Take our whip finisher, make 4 nice good wraps. Put your finger in the bead and snug it. Take your scissors, slide it through. Alright, let's take our tail. Snip it. Take our front. Snip it. Now, for a mark, we want to go maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Like so. Some people like them longer. I like them a little bit shorter. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Maybe right about there. Dress it up a little bit now. Just spike your thorax up a little bit with the brush. Just like that. Our last step is to get some penetrating glue on the head cement on there. So right on top, right on the bottom, and there you have it. The Double Trouble Lively Legz. Excellent nymph, folks. Everybody give it a try. You're going to really like this nymph. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I always say, tight lines, tight wraps, good fishing. Thank you very much.